And this is the key point. Seduction begins with the confidence to be yourself. If you just try to be confident, you can make it. Hello and welcome, beautiful people. My name is Alisa, aka Simslayer, and welcome to my channel. So, why is fear holding us back from becoming our best selves or our authentic selves? Well, in principle, the fear of the opinion of other people, whether it be positive or negative opinions, is usually the thing that keeps us from being creative. This is what makes us just fit into society, into a certain role, without even wanting to portray something different, something new. If you have a rather exotic or rather not normal style, then you're usually being seen as something completely weird by society. But in society, there is still groups of people that literally want to see this kind of difference. They not only want to see the stereotype, the normal kind, they want to see something extravagant, something that takes them out of their own world, because seeing the ordinary every day is just not what keeps us thriving. Even Robert Greene said once, seduction begins with the confidence to be yourself. And this is the key point. If you fake your confidence, one day you will actually have it. So, I believe in the saying, fake it till you make it, especially when it comes to confidence. Second of all, we should shift the focus not on how we're being perceived, but for our own validation and on our own growth, because our own growth is what makes progress actually visible and not how society perceives us, because society always changes their opinion. 10 years ago, slim thick was all in, was the trend. Now it's again the 90s chic, super skinny, super slim. So we should not think about what society has to say, what is their opinion, or what would they think of this certain thing if it is beneficial to our own growth. Therefore, emphasize on your own growth and not validation. Another very famous saying, which I absolutely believe, is others' opinions are a reflection of their insecurities, not your worth. I do not know exactly where this quote came from, but it's literally well known, I believe. So people love portraying their insecurities onto you, and this is where judgment comes from. So if someone finds another person cringe or over the top or too extravagant, too overdressed, is usually just their own thoughts that they suppress, that they want to create this certain thing, or want to achieve something, or want to be more extravagant, be more out of the ordinary, but they do not have the guts to, or they just have something holding them back. Then, now that we know what actually is the cause of the problem, the root cause of the issues, let's move on to practical tips on how to overcome this. I believe that first you should set your own personal goal. For example, you create a video every week, or you post once every second day, so that you have like a consistent schedule that you have to show progress in, or at least show up for yourself and post consistently. But you can always start small. So start once a week. You post a reel, for example, on Instagram, so that you have something to look forward to by the end of the week, something that you have to consistently do and create. And this is what I mean with show up for yourself, because if you set your goal, which is super small, creating a reel once a week, and you cannot actually fulfill that goal, then how are you going to step up when it comes to real goals in life? Goals that literally need your everything, need your entire energy, your focus, your strength, your determination, and discipline. And this is something you can start small with. With this little goal, you should actually ignore perfection. It's not about creating the perfect reel that has the most reach, or the perfect video where everyone will click on and everyone will love and subscribe to you. It's just about putting yourself out there once and for all, and then you can just move on from there. So this is like the first little step that you take, and afterwards it just goes up and up. So you can just improve time after time, instead of not ever creating anything and waiting for the perfect moment. but the perfect moment might never arrive. I believe this concept with waiting for the perfect moment or waiting for your perfect self to show up actually never comes. There are so many moments in life where you would have thought, oh, if I would have been more this or more that. But after those moments passed and they were beautiful moments, did you ever think back and think to yourself, oh, I should have been skinnier, oh, I should have worn a better outfit? You never thought about that. You thought about the beautiful moment itself. Which is why I believe we should just put ourselves out there if we have something to say, if we have something good to share. Okay, even if you don't have anything super positive to share, if it's something relevant for you, then why not share it with the world? I mean, I already share my passions with my family and friends, but it's something different when you know that you can help other people as well, which is why I now just thought to myself, I should just start. If it works out, that's great. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. At least I put myself out there, I tried, and this is the progress that I made. It's the first step that I decided to take, just to see in what direction I can just move personally. Another important thing to consider when you post consistently and you validate growth over perfection is to not judge your own content. So you have to experiment a lot until you find the perfect strategy or the perfect voice of yours, and that might take a while. So you might have a lot of tries, a lot of first tries, but after the fourth, fifth, maybe even 20th time, you will find exactly what fits you and what you want to put out in the world. You do not have to copy people. You can, but I believe it matters more if you post and produce your very original content and your very original voice and aesthetics and your setting, because people want to see something different. People want to see someone who just pushes them, who portrays something that they want to be, usually. At least that's the case for me. I usually just follow influencers or bloggers that have a beautiful lifestyle, super healthy, super dedicated to something, because that inspires me and motivates me. And don't misunderstand, I do not compare myself to them, I just use them to motivate myself. It's not a comparison, it's, yeah, like a little push towards your dream life. This is why when you copy other people, you are not authentic. And authenticity is what actually makes people watch you or like your reels or videos or posts, which is another reference to the art of seduction. True influence comes from owning your uniqueness. If you just stay yourself or elevate yourself to the person you want to become and present yourself to the world being that person that you ultimately want to become one day, this is authenticity. Authenticity is all that matters, which is why I said in the beginning, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And people see where you started and where you got. And this is also something that keeps people bound to you, because they know that you started out normal or small, or you were no nepo baby, for example. So this authentic side of yours that you present to the world is what makes people like you even more. My key point is fake it till you make it with your confidence. It's super important that you have your own style, your own authentic identity, but at the same time, you should know where you want to grow to, what area you want to be perfect in life in, or what personality would be perfect for you, for your own personality that you currently have. Literally fake it till you make it. Act confident, put yourself out there, make people believe that you have the utmost confidence in the whole world, so that you are so confident that nobody could ever take your sparkle away from you. And that is literally what you're going to become. I had to learn it quite the hard way, because I was a dancer when I was like in school, in high school, and in the beginning of college. So I was dancing on very big stages. Of course, I had my phases where I was frightened of being on a stage, and when I was even frightened of standing in front of the classroom and give a presentation. So those moments are absolutely normal, but in general, I had to improvise a lot and I had to fake a lot just to come to this level where I actually am confident and secure in my own personality and in my own self. So if you actually are interested in doing a hobby that benefits you not only physically but also mentally, then dancing is the way to go. Even if you're not a professional, dancing is just, it's freeing your body, it's freeing your soul, it's amazing, and I can absolutely recommend it. Also, an argument for faking it till you're making it is that people in general cannot see beneath your surface, and your surface is what you present to the world. If you present a shy, introverted being, then this is what people perceive of you. But if you present yourself as being confident, extroverted, and a social butterfly, then this is what people will remember of you. So just try to create your alter ego when you're stepping outside of the house, which is not too different from your own personality, but also not draining you. So just create a persona that you want to become one day. And this is basically your confident alter ego. Let's come to the last point, which is to reframe criticism. Do not see criticism as hate towards you and your work, but rather see that your work is being seen. Your content is being out there in the world and people just frame their opinion about you. But just keep in mind that people are going to react to what you put out there in the world, and it might not always be positive, but a reaction is a reaction. And there's also another saying which goes, if you're not being criticized, you're not being noticed. Keep that in mind. And yes, even if your family or your friends or your surrounding is not that supportive of it, it does not mean that you have to compress yourself and be another character in their little world. You just have to create what you want and what you love. And afterwards, just see how the world reacts. Therefore, my advice is just start now, express your voice unapologetically. Whatever you want to put out there, whatever you want to say, whatever your opinions are, just show yourself to the world, because it's just what everyone does nowadays. Start doing whatever you like to do because nobody cares and everyone is their own main character in their own little world. So just be your own main character and do whatever you feel like doing. I'm looking forward to reading your opinions. Love you lots and enjoy your day or evening or night wherever you are and whenever you're watching this video. And I hope to see you again in my next video.